Are you okay if I record you?
Yes.
Okay, thanks. Okay, so today we're going to learn clarinet basics, kind of like from the ground up, foundational techniques to set you up for a career of clarinet playing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, first things, what do you know the names of out of this case in front of you?
The bell.
Yep.
The mouthpiece.
Yep.
Ligature.
Yes.
That's all I got.
Cool, that's like half of them.
The barrel.
Yes, the barrel. So yeah, we got our bell, barrel, upper joint. You can tell which one's the upper joint because it has a little logo up here.
Oh.
And then lower joint, and that's the longer one.
Mm-hmm.
So how you're going to assemble it, you're going to start with the upper joint. Good. And then you're going to grab your lower joint. There's little keys that click and move, so in order to make sure nothing hits each other, you're going to push this center one on the upper joint.
This one?
Yeah. Push that. Keep it pushed down as you combine the upper joint with the lower joint.
Like that?
Yep.
You just push it?
Yeah, you push it in. Oh, yours might need a little bit of cord grease. Okay, that's good. Yeah, take them apart. You can put the lower joint back in its spot. On the upper joint, grab the cord grease. Yeah, that. You're just going to unclick it. It's almost like chapstick. And then you're going to get your upper joint. The area where you just tried to connect it, just rub some cord grease all along there. And be a little bit generous. That looked very stuck. Okay. Yeah, that should be good. Cool. So you can bottle back up your cord grease. Put it back. Alright, same thing. Do you remember where to push on the upper joint?
The middle.
Yes. And then when you combine them, you can also slide them to the side, like this, to help the cord grease get kind of...
Where do you hold? Like, what can you not press it?
You can hold it gently around the back here. Try not to press down on any of these keys.
Uh-huh.
So on the lower joint, you can hold it gently around the back. On the upper joint, you can press down right here to kind of get a grip. Here, let me see. Let me see how tough this is. I'm a little concerned. Okay. So I can show you. Oh my. Let me put down my clarinet real quick. Sometimes you got to give it a lot of effort if it's like that. See, I kind of slide it side to side to let the cord grease seep in. This one is really tough. This might actually be, if you let moisture get into the wood will expand. And so the joints, you'll feel it the most because the wood is expanded. And now it can't fit quite right. But it came together, so we'll worry about that at the end of the lesson. You gotta take it back apart. So, okay. After you have your upper and middle joint together, or upper and lower joint, mine's a lot easier than yours.
You have to line, what are you lining up?
Oh, you line up, this is called the bridge key. See this little piece of metal right here?
Yeah.
You can tell if you are lining up the right one, because if you press this, it moves.
Oh.
See?
Yeah.
That's actually the little piece that will get stuck if you don't press it down. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why. Yeah, that's a bridge key. What you do, you line it up more or less equal. So yours looks a little different than mine does, but you kind of want to line it up with the line. Some clarinets play better if you slightly shift it to the right or left, but a good rule of thumb is just like...
in the middle.
Yeah. Yeah, some people also get used to hand positions in a specific kind of way. It doesn't really matter until you reach like a higher level of fluency. But yeah. Okay, next we're going to grab our bell. The way I do this, I put the bell on my leg. I kind of support the case with my elbow a little bit, and then I get the bell, and you just push this one in. Hopefully this one isn't
Does it not
tough.
matter?
I like to kind of hold it the same exact way with my upper hand. I use my right hand because I'm right dominant. So on this lower one, you see how this one was in the middle, this one's in the middle. You kind of push down. And try not to put a lot of pressure on these keys. These are the sensitive areas. This cluster right here, this cluster right there. But this, like, screw portion can take a little pressure if you need to. Okay, that one also seems, you can see mine's a little sticky too, but yours is extremely difficult to put together. So let's switch. That's what I'm thinking we do right now. So hold this for me real quick. I'm gonna take mine apart. That way you can put it back together. You take it apart pretty much the same way. Okay. Because mine's really smooth. Yeah. So here, I'll switch with you. There you go. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, I don't know about this one. Oof. Okay. So, do you remember how you start it?
Upper and lower joint.
Yes.
How do you get it out of it?
Oh. I don't even know. I just kind of do. Yeah, good. Press down.
Like that?
Yep. And you'll see how much smoother it is. It should be gentle.
Oh.
Yeah, see? It just goes right together. Can I see how you lined up the bridge key? Perfect. Good job. Then the bell. Mine's pretty easy to put on, so if you want to just support it against the case, you could also do that. You can support it against the case. I don't want you to bend your wrist in a weird way. But yeah, that's good.
Okay.
Cool. And then the last thing we put on for now is the barrel. So let me open back up your case. Barrel. Oh. It's all good.
Just keep going.
Just keep going.
Just keep going.
Let me pick these up real quick. I'll at least put them up here by your other case. Okay. Okay. So with your barrel, you have like a slightly thicker portion. Do you see that?
Yeah.
That part goes down, touching the upper joint. And so for this, I kind of just hold it safely down here. So like my left hand is down here touching the bell because there's no keys you can run into. And then you apply pressure, twisting downward. Yeah. Nice! You don't have to line up the logos. I kind of like to because it looks nicer, like if you see here. It just looks cute, so yeah. I like to do it. And then in the back, I like to line the numbers up with this key right here because that'll help guide you on where to put your reed.
Okay. How do you do it without twisting the whole thing?
So what I do, if you're holding it like, let me see. I'll grab somewhere safe, not on these keys, because again, you want to avoid grabbing clusters of keys. That's how you bend them. So I'll maybe grab like here, right above, and then just twist ever so slightly. Yeah. And then you line them up. So now that we're here, we can switch back. Okay. Because I put yours together. Ooh. Okay. I'm just going to spill everything again. I'm going to grab it out of the case. Like this. Okay, cool. So the next part we have is how we actually play the instrument with the mouthpiece and the reed and all that. So we're just going to start here. The way you hold it safely, like while you're playing, while you're attempting to play, this is what a lot of people call rest position. You're going to get your right hand, put your thumb underneath the metal part in the back. Yep. Curl your fingers around lightly so that we line up with these holes. Yep. And then you can rest your pinkies on any of these lower keys. You can just rest it gently. Eventually, you're going to need to have some dexterity there in the way that you can, like, go all around. But right now, you can just rest it gently on the one closest to you. 8 minutes? Okay. And then your upper hand. For this, like, you can just leave your upper hand here. This is rest position normally. Or ready position. And then if you lay it flat like this. Yeah. So you can put your hand here. Some people put their hand here. Exact hand position doesn't matter here because you're never going to play an instrument like this, obviously. So this is fine. I like to put it there. So then rest, ready, fingering. So if you're fingering along but you're not going to play, you can put the upper portion on like your shoulder area. And then your other fingers, looks like you already got it, lines up with the back hole, and then 1, 2, 3. And this will let you have stability. Because normally the other point of stability, you have one point here, and then your mouth is the other point. When you don't have that, you want your leg. That way you can still finger. Yeah, so ready, rest, playing.
Just fingering.
Fingering. Yeah, she got me! Oh my god. Okay, yeah, and then playing, you bring it all the way up. Cool.
Cool.
Okay, so now we can put on the mouthpiece. This is where we get closer to the step of actually playing. So, it's an exciting moment. For this, you're going to need your mouthpiece, the ligature. You won't need that cap. And then I have a reed over here. I have my ligature in a little fancy bag because the metal in it, if you get like a silver one, it will react with the rubber of your mouthpiece and then it will start to bloom. But I think that one is probably like maybe aluminum or like tin or something. Yeah, when it blues, it means it like turns a different color.
Oh, like that?
Yeah. Yeah. Or on my other clarinet, I have a lot of moments or like areas of pink and orangish, and that's because your skin will eventually absorb the metals, and then the oils in your skin will seep into the clarinet. So usually clarinets that don't have nicer keys will have blemishes, kind of like there on the pinky area. Yeah. But yeah. Okay. So you get your mouthpiece. You can go ahead and take that ligature off.
Oh, I'm trying.
Oh, okay. Let me show you how. So it has these twisties. You can see the movement of the screw.
Yeah.
To be honest, I always forget like which way to twist it. So I just look at the movement of the screw and kind of cheat. So if you twist it all the way off like that, you can
you go up.
Yeah. Okay. Pulling it down, it's wider down here, so you're gonna have a harder time getting it down. Kind of like clothes around your waist. I don't know if you ever put on a dress and try to get it up around your waist. I can't do it. I always have to go over the top. So that's kind of how I remember that.
Okay.
Bizarrely. But anyways, you can kind of put your ligature like on your leg maybe or somewhere that's out of your way right now. And then you get your mouthpiece. For this, I kind of grab onto this upper area again. That way I'm not hitting any keys, but I have some stability. So for the mouthpiece, you put it in the kind of the same way. You wiggle it around as you go in. That way it's not just straight down pressure. Could probably also use a bit of cork grease. I think that whole thing probably needs to be greased up a little bit. Okay, let's switch. Switch again. Okay. One other thing, if it's obstinate like this, I'll put it here, trap it between my legs, and then do a little one of those. Oh my god. Wow. Yeah, we're gonna have to grease this whole thing before we put it away for good. Okay. So what I like to do, I line up this like indented flat part with the key here. That's why the numbers helps me, because the numbers gives me a guiding point to line it up with. That's because your reed is going to lay right here against this flat part. So you're kind of just getting it ready for that. But yeah. In our ready positions, fingering, rest, back up. Okay, cool. So now I like to put on my reed kind of at the same time you put on your ligature. Some people do it other ways, but for me that's the easiest way. Otherwise the reed will... I'm always worried about chipping it. Let me give you a little more liquid. Okay, here's your reed. Hold it from the bottom. Never try to touch the top, ever. Because that's the most thin. You can hold it at a side view. See, it's the most thin part. It's extremely susceptible to cracking. Okay. Yeah, so... Sorry, that's what I do to get the moisture off the top of it, but you don't have to. What I'll do is I'll put my thumb right here. Reed, just slide it on. And then you can hold it with your thumb. And then I get this thumb for like fine tuning. Because you want to line it up with the indented portion. And then you can bring it closer to you and look at the top. If it's completely eye level with you at the top, you want to see just the smallest sliver of black mouthpiece over like the rainbow hill of like the reed. Okay.
It goes this way? Like with the...
Oh, yours might be different, so let me take a look. Because some ligatures, like mine, the flat part is over here. Sometimes they'll flip it, and so the screws will be facing towards you. But let me see. Oh yeah, because you can kind of tell in the shape of it where it wants to sit. I'm gonna try like this. Yeah. That seems about right. So what I do is I hold the reed with my thumb, that way it doesn't move, and then I twist with my other hand.
How tight do you do it? Like all
just tight enough to stay on. If you do it all the way, the reed has a hard time vibrating because now you've choked its life out of it. But if you do just enough to stay on, so like it's not gonna fall off, it's secure, the reed won't move while you play. So maybe a little more than that, because if the ligature is shaking, that means the reed could shake. So you want it just enough that like, yeah, see I'm pushed on the ligature but it's not moving, but I'm not like maxed out on the ligature. So that's probably good right there. Okay, cool. We have all of our equipment together. Yeah, we're gonna have to grease that up. That's probably the biggest obstacle with that instrument right now, but it'll work for now. Okay, so we have our instrument all the way together. We remember all of our positions. What do we think this one is?
Ready. Rest. Fingering. Playing.
Yay! Now we're at playing. Okay, so we have our hand position. Let me double check. Yeah. Looks good. Oh, this other pinky? Yeah, I can just rest up here. The pinkies just kind of sit on the keys until they're useful, which won't be right now, so don't worry about it. Our first note that we're going to play on the clarinet, we're going to lift all of our fingers gently. Keep them hovered above where you just had them, but don't press down the key.
How do you balance it?
What I do is I use my other finger here as an additional support point. So it's almost like a pinch right here, but it's like a gentle on the side of your finger. Like, hold on. Like, do you see where that is?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I do. That way I can hold it theoretically with no hands. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. I understand.
Cool. So you want to make sure, go ahead and just like lick your reed a little bit. You want to make sure it's wet enough. If the reed's too dry, it's going to be resistant to vibration, which is going to prevent you from being able to play.
Okay.
So if it's wet enough, good. And then the mouth position you want is ooh.
Ooh.
It's going to be a little ridiculous, so you got to hang in here. Okay, you got to hang in here with me. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And then make an E noise with an ooh shape. Okay? Ooh, ee. Ooh, ee. But you got to keep the corners in. Because you went ooh, ee. Exaggeration. But ooh, ooh, ee. Ooh, 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 ooh. It's ridiculous, but it works. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Keep your lips really soft and gentle. I used to think about my embouchure like a box of like petals. Like if you touch it, it's gonna be made of petal, but it's very compact. You know, like do you watch Wall-E? And you know when like he gets all the trash and he like makes a little box? It's like that, but they're like soft petals.
Right.
It'll make sense. It'll make sense like when you like feel it. But anyways, go ooh, ooh. And then just gently put the tip, put your bottom lip about there. Yeah, ooh. Don't tuck your lip in. Just leave it out. Ooh. Gentle. Yeah. Nice. And then you're going to get your teeth. And you're going to put them right on top. Ooh. Yeah. Pretty good. And then you get your corners in. Yeah. And so after that, do all that. Think E and just blow like crazy. Yeah. Okay. So again, this time think even more E. And also sit up straight. Sitting up straight for me just helps me think like lots of air. So breathe in, corners. Yeah. So for me. A little bit of interesting read, but yeah. Did we switch on X? Hopefully not. Hold on. Okay, no, we didn't. Oh. They might be a little bit dry. One thing you do, take it all the way off.
Oh, I do it. Okay.
Yeah, we'll do it together. Because if mine's dry, that means yours is definitely dry. Because yours is a new one as well. Yeah. Slide it off. And then you go back. Front. And then I just leave it there for a second like, oh. I don't know if you've been to the dentist and then they put the water in your mouth. They're like, all right, close. That's my favorite thing. Because my mouth always tastes like soap and like all the stuff they do. And so it's so good to get the water and they go close. I'm like, oh. That's how I feel like eating the reed though. I'm like, oh. And then if it looks, you can kind of tell if the tip is a little bit see-through that it probably has just enough water in it. Because you can see how thick it is in the light and like the little U shape of it. But yeah. And so now we can put it back on, same way as the first time. Thumb at the base, other thumb adjusts. Yeah. Yep, and then you put the ligature right on top. Yeah, good.
Okay.
Cool. Okay, and let's try it again with a wetter reed. So just, do you remember like the steps to make the embouchure?
Ooh.
Ooh,
Ooh.
E. This is me thinking E. Ooh, E. And then corners in.
Mm-hmm.
Gentle. Don't tuck the lip. Okay. Right now your embouchure, I mean I can't tell what's happening inside your mouth, obviously. But your embouchure looks a little bit more flat, so like ooh. So it looks like instead of going like maybe a little more like can't even do it, hold on. Like flat here. And
Yeah.
like ooh here.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's pretty close to in tune as well. Sounds pretty good. Hey, good for you. Okay, yeah. So that's do you know the note name of that?
G.
Yes. No fingers, G. Later you may add fingers when you start getting down to like the tuning discrepancies and like the way your instrument works and stuff like that. But you're completely fine playing it no fingers, just straightforward. Yeah, and you? Yay! Okay, good job.
Yay.
And that's good. That was the first note all the way through building the instrument. Nice.